Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry I wasn't sure if the video was playing or not, and sorry that I look a little red. I was out in the sun for a couple hours because I was mowing, and I'm pretty tired, physically and mentally too. Not mentally, just physically mostly. But I'm returning to you for the Wednesday versus video for Season 3, Episode 21, the final episode, and hopefully you enjoyed this whole season of Season 3 for Wednesday versus video. This is for Slipknot versus Bad Wolves that I'm going to be talking about in this Wednesday versus video. So, yeah, let's dive right into this final episode for Wednesday versus video, Season 3, Episode 21. Give me a second, guys. I gotta pause the video. Sorry about that, guys. Had to pause the video for a second. My mom was calling me for a brief moment, asking for my help for something. So, pretty much, yeah. Slipknot versus Bad Wolves. So, I'm going to start with the Slipknot section. I think Slipknot's discography was pretty strong. I mean, there was some records that I wasn't sure if I was liking. The last record, The End So Far, was different for them, but it was really good for what I listened to with a Slipknot record. I mean, it wasn't their best, I will tell you that, but it still was a strong record for what it went for. There was just some songs I had some issues with. I think the first song, Adderall, was not really my favorite. I don't know, just something about it made me cringe. I think We Are Not Your Kind was their strongest, but The End So Far had some hiccups. It wasn't the worst record, but it still was a solid record. So, good, solid, it's in that range, I guess you could say. But still, Slipknot's, most of their discography is pretty strong. Rest in peace to Paul Gray and Joey Jordison. They will be missed to this day. They were former members of the band, and Paul Gray was still with them until 2009 or so of his passing, and that's where they came up with the song Snuff. The music video was dedicated to him, but the song Snuff was about something else, but still, they dedicated that song to him, and it was just so sad to hear about the Paul Gray thing. That was like 16 years ago. So it was quite a while ago. 15, 16 years ago, something like that. But Joey Jordison was like a year or two ago. And still that was sad. But overall, I think Slipknot's full discography. I like the Volume 3 record, the Subliminal Verses, and All Hope Is Gone was my favorite. It was the last album with Paul Gray in it. Iowa was pretty strong, and the self-titled was their most highly anticipated for their debut. So they have like 7 albums in their discography. They're going to be putting out another one. The 8th record, but that is going to be an independent label they're going to be with because they finished their deal with Roadrunner Records. So I think End So Far was their last record with Roadrunner Records, and 5 The Great Chapter. Point 5 The Great Chapter had some strong songs from it, but there were some songs that were kind of, let's just say, radio friendly at times, but overall it still was a strong metal record from what I listened to. But We Are Not Your Kind was my favorite out of the other ones. So pretty much, I do like all of their albums, but mostly my personal favorites have got to go to Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses, and basically All Hope Is Gone. So Bad Wolves, to talk about them now. Their first two albums were great with Tommy Vex until Tommy Vex left the band. I wouldn't say DL is terrible as the lead singer. Daniel is the lead singer. So, sorry about the background noise. My mom's talking. So, Bad Wolves, really, I like their first two records, like their 2018 record, which was actually one of my favorites. I'm trying to remember the album's name because I do have the CD, and it was one of my favorites. Nation was the second record. You can let me know in the comment section below. I kind of forgot, to be honest. It's just been a bit since I've listened to their first album, but it was one of their strongest records. But when Dear Monsters came out, I just wasn't sure if I was used to the songs from it. There was only a few songs I was really thinking were fine. But when Die About It came out last year, I think there were some stronger tracks. I wouldn't say it was one of my favorites, but it still was a strong record for most of it. I think I could get used to that record as of now. It was an average album. I like Hungry for Life. That was one of my favorites from that record. And Legends Never Die did grow on me too. It was a pretty good song in its own way. So basically, Hungry for Life was the strongest track off the Die About It album. One of their best songs in quite a while. And Say It Again was pretty good too. There were some strong tracks from Die About It, but overall, if I were to choose a winner for this Wednesday Versus video, I'm going to go with Slipknot. I mean, personally, I like Bad Wolves. They'd be one of the bands I would probably pick against someone else. But personally, I just don't think they're as good as Slipknot. Because Slipknot, I grew up listening to them since I was 13. Getting into their All Hope Is Gone record. I think their fourth album. But overall, Slipknot will be the winner for this case for Wednesday Versus video. So I hope you enjoyed this last episode for the Wednesday Versus video. There will be a recap video on April 10th. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I'll have a certain reason why video being recorded tonight and getting it premiered. But until then, hope you enjoyed the Wednesday Versus video Season 3 Episode 21, the last episode of this whole Season 3. And Season 4 will be coming out. It's just going to be a little while, probably close to 2025. But until then, you guys have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you in my next video. And thanks for tuning in to all the Wednesday Versus video for Season 3. And recap video will be coming out April 10th, so be on the lookout for that. And I'll see you in my next video.